You guys, we scroll for hours. We like people's videos, we like people's pictures. We consume all of these things. But like, why do most of us still feel so alone? You guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today is day 14 of trying to get to 100,000 subscribers, and today I just want to talk to you guys about something so real, and it's just been weighing on my heart. You guys, let's be honest. Like, let's be so for real. Social media feels like connection. Like, you post something, you get people to comment, you get people to like your video or like your picture or whatever. Sometimes you may get a DM. You get connection. But you guys, is that really connection? Is that really the connection that you felt when, like, before social media? Like, I know some people were born into it, but like before this, before all of this, like, it feels like connection. But like, connection is the times that I've connected with people, it was built on being vulnerable. It was built on presence. It was built on depth. Like actually connecting with someone. Like, when was the last time you sat down with someone, had a heart-to-heart conversation, and you were like, wow, I needed that. You do not get that on social media. You do not get that on social media. Social media also has us comparing ourselves. Like, have you ever felt so happy with your life? Have you ever felt so happy with your life, and then you just open Instagram or you open TikTok, and then you saw something? Maybe you saw your friends in another country, or you saw someone winning an award that you wish that you could win, or you just saw someone achieving their goals. Don't get it twisted. It is good to support people. It's good to look at someone and be like, I am proud of you. However, though, we are human beings. It is normal to compare yourself to other people. Comparison is honestly the thief of joy. You could be doing your best, you could be trying hard in everything that you are doing right now, but then just because you see someone like achieving their goals and doing, like, it just brings you down. It just brings you down. It just makes you feel like you're not good enough. I also feel like real conversations are dying. Real conversations are dying. You guys, anytime in fact, the only time that I feel real is when I'm talking to the camera, bro. Because I'm the realest nigga. I'm the realest nigga I know. But I'm playing. But like, it's just hard to come across someone that you can have a real, genuine conversation with. And I feel like it's because everything has been watered down by social media. Like, you could just meet someone, but like, because you've seen so much of their lives on social media, it's like, oh, I kind of already know this person. But you don't, because you have never spoken to this person face to face. Like, it's one thing to see a social media post, and it's another thing to actually sit down and talk to someone and really get to know them and like know what they're going through. Like, relationships don't grow in the DMs. In fact, I'm trying to make it a thing to myself to stop DMing people. Like, I want to start calling people, because I feel like, and I always say that I'm not much of a caller. I don't like calls, but I feel like if you are avoiding calls, you are avoiding a meaningful connection, because I feel like hearing someone's voice is the next best thing you get to actually being with them and talking to them in real life. You feel me? And this is one of my last points. Like, this whole dopamine thing, like I know that we hear about it in social media all the time. It is such a 21st century slang. But like whatever it is, I guess it's called dopamine. Like we need to do better as a community when it comes to things like you get dopamine hits when people like your story, when people like your post, bro. It has gotten to the point where people think that like a story like means that someone is feeling you. Like what have we become as a society? What have we become as a society? I think that like moving forward, this is what I'm going to do, and this is what you should do too. Just prioritize real connections. Prioritize real connections, you guys. Like what do you mean? Like for example, there was this one time, and in fact, just general society doesn't agree with this. Let's say you message a girl, you get her Instagram or her number, or particularly Instagram, because that's what people share the most. Yeah. Okay, you get her Instagram. Cool. You text her. She doesn't reply. She doesn't reply for a week. And you unfollow her. When you unfollow her, you look like you're the weird person. But how are you the weird person? You texted someone on social media, but then they didn't respond to your message. So why? Why do I have to? Why is it weird that I unfollow you and I stop like looking at your life? Why? It doesn't make any sense. Like it doesn't make any sense. Social media is not social. Also audit your feed. Like look at the things that you're looking at. Like you become what you think about. Deadass. Like whatever it is you think about the most is what you become. And lots of people be thinking about bullshit because that's what they consume. Bullshit. They just consume nonsense. Like make it make sense. Make it make sense. But anyways, social media isn't all bad. I'm on YouTube here, like right now, trying to share value, trying to get to 100,000 subscribers. It is a goal of mine. However though, you need to just pay attention to what you're consuming. Pay attention to the real connections, the people that you actually talk to in real life. Focus on those. Do not focus on that random person that you sat next to in class and you guys only spoke one time, and now like anytime you pass each other you don't say anything to each other, but you still look at their lives on social media and they still look like. Don't pay attention to that. In fact, moving forward, I'm going to stop giving on my social media. I don't see the point. Like, it's like, oh, if I text you, are you going to reply? You're not going to reply. And sometimes I don't even really care about the people that follow me. Like, deep connections, meaningful connections. That's how we need to get moving. That's how we need to move in 2025 and for the rest of our lives. But anyways, like, comment, and subscribe. If this video resonated with you, share, and I'll get back with you guys with another video.